Do you want to know what it takes to get into the BAA's Hall of Fame? I did too, so stick around and we can find out together.
Man, that thing was a monster! What am I doing wrong?
When you develop a passion for something, you never really know where it will take you. Sometimes it serves as a distraction, or maybe even an escape. But sometimes it truly takes hold and gives you purpose and focus. And after pouring your time and effort into the passion, you have something that you can look back on with pride. In some pursuits, and for a select few, their deeds get recognized by others who share their passion. Today, we capture that recognition as we chronicle the BAA's recent Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Hey everyone, we made the trip down to Memphis, Tennessee. We're at the Bass Pro Shops Pyramid, and we're here for the Bowfishing Association of America annual meeting. As part of the annual meeting, there's a very special event that takes place, the Hall of Fame induction. And sitting with me today are two of the Hall of Fame inductees. I've got Jimi Hendrix and David Frazier. First of all, how are you doing?
Great. Good, great.
Great.
Great honor to receive this. Great day. Great
Yeah,
day
it is. So how long have you guys been involved in bow fishing?
I started 1983, 82, 83.
Well, I started bow fishing in about 1970. I fished locally around the house, and then fishing club tournaments.
Okay.
Aiming at bow hunters and panhandle bow hunters. Then I got into guiding for alligator gar. Guided for those for about 10 years. Jim and I got together, decided we'd try to form a club that would benefit bow fishing. And that's how BAA got started. So we sat down and a bunch of us got together and they said, yeah, this is a good idea. Let's try it.
So you guys are saying that you guys are founding members of the BAA.
Well, actually, it was really Jimmy's idea. I just went along with it because I didn't want to stir him up. So we had an idea or dream, you might say, and lo and behold, it turned out to be a nice dream.
And what year was that?
Started fishing together in 89, and then 1990, after the first season together, we're like, we really need to do something to bring these different clubs together.
And what state did you guys start bow fishing in?
Started fishing in Florida and Alabama, and then we started having tournaments all over the country. And
okay.
We just traveled around. Jimmy's dad was a big part of our team. Bless his heart. He would go with us. He'd basically drive all the way out where we was going, where it be Texas or wherever. And then after the tournament, of course, me and him couldn't keep our eyes open because we'd been up all night. And Jack, he'd haul us back home. We'd lay in the back of that van and sleep.
Yeah, we had a customized van. We'd crawl in the back. We'd wake up. We'd be back home. So he was a big part of our team.
It's great to have a mentor, somebody that can bring you into the sport and take you forward. We've actually heard that story repeated a few times today, and it's been really heartwarming to know that somebody's willing to take you under their wing and show you what they know and give you the opportunity to be successful.
And that's what David did with me.
He asked me, he said, will you fish with me? I said, sure, I'll fish with you. And we started fishing, and then let's go shoot some tournaments. So we shot the tournaments and everything turned out pretty good.
So what has the BAA meant to you guys over the years?
Originally just going to be a sanctioning body for the tournaments, so the tournaments wouldn't overlap. Went into a point system and bow fisherman of the year, bow fishing team of the year. It just kept growing and growing, and these guys here today, I'm amazed. I followed it. I got out of the tournament bow fishing in 96. I followed them. They've done a wonderful job.
It was a dream to start with, and when Jimmy and I talked about it, and we got a lot of people involved in it. I was the president of the Panhandle Bow Hunters Association, so a lot of people in the club joined the BAA, and it just kept growing over the years, and it was it was heartwarming to see you had a dream, and then it's come to something this big.
What does this award mean to you personally, and where would you like to see the sport of bow fishing go in the future?
This means the world to me.
Yeah.
It means a dream came true.
Great.
But I want them to keep moving like they are. They're doing a great job.
Yeah, my hat's off to them for the job that they're doing. Back when we first started, we had to do it all. We was a president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, all that. And now they got a good team behind them.
Well, I personally want to say thank you for all the contributions that you've made to not only the sport of bow fishing, but to the Bowfishing Association of America. I know that everybody that's here today is very passionate about the sport, and I'm glad that you guys received this recognition, and I wish you all the best as you keep moving forward. So thank you very much for taking some time with us today.
Well, we appreciate everything you do too. So
Thank you.
It's, keep up the good work. Keep up the good work.
Will do.
Thank you.
Thank you. So our next guest, we have Clint Horn and Ramon McDonald. It's great that you're here. Congratulations on your award, first and foremost. I start off with almost anybody. How long have you been bow fishing?
Been bow fishing since 1995.
95.
Yep.
Okay.
Started in the early 2000s.
All right. Where do you guys primarily fish?
Southeast Arkansas, but we've fished Kentucky, Tennessee, Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi. Yeah, we've been to Minnesota, Wisconsin. We've literally covered the states.
And you've had some success. I mean, you've won some tournaments, you've won some Team of the Year awards over the years. Can you tell us about any of those?
Me and Mr. Clint, we started fishing together 2012 and competing. We won a total of 13 state championships together in multiple states. Multiple runner-ups, plenty of those. We won Bowfishing Team of the Year 3 times. And Mr. Clint, he won Bowfisherman of the Year, I believe it's 3 times?
3 times.
Yeah, 3-time Bowfisherman of the Year. But it's not so much the tournaments and winning and all of that, it's the camaraderie and, just meeting new people. And it's the Bowfisherman that came before us. There's a lot of good teams out there.
Absolutely.
That actually pushed us to be better. And if it wouldn't be for those guys, we wouldn't be sitting here today.
A lot of good teams coming up that makes you feel your age a little bit too.
So what has the BAA meant to you over the years?
Over the years, they've always been there to protect the rights of bow fishermen. There's a lot of emphasis on tournaments early years, but you could go to a local state shoot. You could show up at a club shoot, or you could shoot a BAA sanctioned shoot. And everybody knew what the organization was, what it stood for. It's went from a couple hundred members, what I remember it being years ago, to 6,000-7,000 members that it is now.
What do these awards mean to you personally, and where would you like to see bow fishing go in the future?
To me, it means a lot because I would have never dreamed of being recognized by my peers in this sport in this kind of way. We went from fishing in trolling motorboats and fan boats, now the big airboats that are running around. And, we used to get asked some questions at the gas stations about, hey, what do you guys do? What's the lights for? What's the fan do? And now a lot of people, when we pull up, they look at it and say, hey, you guys bow fishing.
The BAA's meant a lot to me and my family. My grandfather, my late grandfather, Johnny Jacobson, he fought to protect the rights for all bow fishermen in the state of Louisiana. And that's where it all really started at for myself. It wasn't so much tournament fishing. It was, fighting to protect the rights for others. It's a blessing for me just to be recognized in the class of bow fishermen and those that came before us.
Once again, congratulations. I think it's a great honor. I think it's well deserved. So thank you very much for making the trip here today and for sharing your stories with us. We really appreciate it.
Well, we thank the BAA and thank you, Pete.
Thank you, BAA. Thank you, Pete.
Our next guest is coming to us as part of the Bowfishing Association of America. He's been responsible for screening the candidates that are going to be making the Hall of Fame. And we're going to sit down with Jeff Jester today. How are you doing, Jeff?
Doing great, Pete. How are you?
Good. And we're just going to talk a little bit about, how you're making your selections for the Hall of Fame.
I look for the 3 P's in bow fishing: promoting, preserving, and protecting. And a lot of the older guys, like the guys today, David and Jimmy, for instance, these are guys that started this foundation. They need to be in there. I mean, I'm not particularly looking for people that just win tournaments.
What is some advice that you would give to people that maybe think, I've been involved with bow fishing for a long time. Well, how come I'm not getting the recognition that I deserve?
I would say get more involved, come to the meetings, help promote our sport. We got a lot of social media bashing that goes on, people that really throw stumbling blocks in front of us, a growing organization. I screen those things. If they bash our organization in any way, I don't feel that they deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. You know?
There were 3 people, I believe, that couldn't make the meeting today. Can you just tell us briefly what their names were?
Yes, John Hood and Greg Campbell, and then Robbie Robertson was the third one. They've been in this sport for over 40 years.
Wow.
And so they started doing this before it was legal. So these people are part of putting us where we are today. These guys paved the way. Not only were they very competitive bow fishermen, they're very humble guys, very professional. Every tournament I went to, God, I dreaded seeing Robbie. The first time I ever saw over 1,000 fish in one boat in a tournament, it was a 3-man tournament. It was at the Cajun Classics in 2002. They came in with like 1,048 fish or something. And to me, that was just, phenomenal. That name stuck in my head from seeing that, Robbie Robertson.
Yep.
And so in every tournament that I went to, these guys were in the top. But these younger generation that come up, they never seen these people because now they've retired and they've slowed down, they gotten older, and they don't do it like they used to. So the younger guys don't know who they are.
Right.
But that's the meaning of the Hall of Fame, is putting their face back into the picture.
Well, I'm glad that we got a chance to recognize them, as well as all of the other inductees today. I think it was a great ceremony, and I think there was a lot of great stories shared. So, again, thank you very much for the contributions that you've made in order to bring all of those people to us. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Pete.
Unfortunately, due to some timing and recording challenges, we weren't able to speak with all of the inductees. But we are planning to feature them in some upcoming videos. Now, let's take a moment to honor those who have joined the BAA's Hall of Fame. If you haven't already done so, please hit the like button below and also subscribe to the channel to be alerted when more great content comes available. Also, don't forget that we have even more great features on our website at twibowfishing.com.